Chair recognizes the gentleman from North Carolina, Mr. Jones, for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I am once again on the floor of the House with a picture of children who have lost a loved one in Afghanistan. Eden and Stephanie Baldiff, shown here at Arlington Cemetery, lost their father, Sergeant Kevin Baldiff, on May 12th of this year. Sergeant Baldiff, who was stationed at Camp Lejeune Marine Base, and Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin Palmer, stationed at Cherry Point Marine Base, were sent with the mission to train Afghan citizens to become police. The men had just sat down to dinner when a rogue trainee opened fire, killing both men. In an email to his wife the day before he died, Sergeant Baldiff said, and I quote, "I don't trust them. I don't trust them for anything, not for anything at all." This brings me to a quote from A.C. Snow's recent column in the Raleigh News and Observer titled, "Time to Bring Them Home, Let Them Live." Mr. Snow is a well-known and respected correspondent in North Carolina, and I quote, "It seems we never run out of wars. It is as if one small country after another sends out engraved invitations reading, 'We're having a war, please come.' And Uncle Sam goes lugging borrowed billions and thousands of young men and women to sacrifice on the altar of so-called freedom or nation building." Mr. Speaker, I go back to the two little girls in this picture. How many more children would be at the gravesite of a loved one? How many more will have to know the pain of war? I further quote from A.C. Snow's article, and he quoted in his writing, Les Miserables, and I quote from the play, he is young, he is only a boy. You can take, you can give, let him be, let him live, bring him home, bring him home." It's a way past time to stop playing politics with the lives of American youth. Bring them home, let them live, not just 30,000, but all of them. I agree with Mr. Snow and many others across this nation who are calling for our troops to come home. Bin Laden is dead, and there are fewer than 30 al-Qaeda remaining in Afghanistan, according to intelligence reports. We have done this, we have done our job, we have won. It is time to bring them home. The reason I continue to come down here on the floor is because of a statement former Secretary Bob Gates said before the Armed Services Committee in February, which I sit on that committee. And I quote Mr. Gates, "That is why we believe that beginning in fiscal year 2015, the United States can, with minimal risk, begin reducing Army active duty end strength by 27,000 and the Marine Corps by somewhere between 15 and 20,000. These projections assume that the number of troops in Afghanistan would be significantly reduced by the end of 2014 in accordance with the present strategy. I share this because I believe we are still in a black hole, even with the President withdrawing 10,000 troops this year. Let's not wait until 2014 or 2015. Let's not bring any more pain to our military families. Our job is done. Let's bring them home." Mr. Speaker, before closing one more time, the faces of these little girls is the face of pain of a daddy they will never grow up to know. It is time to bring them home, Mr. Speaker. It is time to bring them home. On behalf of Eden and Stephanie and all the children across this country who have lost loved ones, may God bless you and your families. May God bless our men and women in uniform. And may God continue to bless America. Now yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from North Carolina yields back his time.